So we're trying out a few new toys. Trying out a new chrono to see if it works. Maybe I won't have to hold the X radar, but I will be holding it at first so I can at least compare the two. I noticed it's very sensitive to fluorescent lights, bright lights. So it was making readings on its own, some pretty high feet per second too. Impressive for a fluorescent light. So I had to unplug one of my fluorescents that's directly over it, and now it seems to be happy. So actually, what is that? Oh, that's my laser. For a second there, I thought it was something else. All right, I got the laser on. I was like, why is that? It's not plugged in. The air compressor. All right, so we're going to try out that. It's a cheap Amazon model that came with a very flimsy tripod, but hey, I don't really have room for a table to put it on, so I figured I'd try it. I knew it was going to be cheap. I got a better quality tripod that right now my phone's on, so, but recording this. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a try, and we'll compare it with the X radar and see what it does. A few other toys that I have is I ordered through MCS for my Umarex TR50. I ordered an 8-inch sniper barrel. So I have this nice 8-inch sniper barrel on here, which is the end's threaded as well. So I'll probably end up putting the additional tuning extension on here as well. So I have that on. I had to do a little rework on the barrel compensator that I got through MCS as well. It was dragging a little bit, so I got in there with a couple different round files and just kind of worked it a little bit at a time until I could get some good movement. I didn't want to use the set screws on it because then it looks stupid. Didn't want to damage the barrel, and it would have just been flopping around. So I opted to go with this Picatinny rail and use it as a clamp. So it's clamping the MCS barrel compensator to the TR50's Picatinny rail. And then I got a forward hand grip. And I also ordered a one of their mag holders. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Like the looks of it. So I haven't fired it yet since I put this on. Everything seems to be working as far as, like I said, that I didn't want any drag whatsoever on this barrel because it's crucial that that barrel can make a good seal on the cylinder mag. Okay. Right now I have my 800 PSI output bottle on. I'm going to be testing out the 12.7 millimeter, 8.4 gram steel ball bearings. We'll be shooting these down the sniper barrel, the 8-inch sniper extension. And we'll see what we get for feet per second. Also going to be trying a new chrono, so I'll end up using both chronos, and we'll compare them. Yeah. So again, I left this gap in the middle so that I could easily see the barrel move up and down just by manually rotating the cylinder mag is what I'm doing here. Just rotating it, feeling for what's normal, right? Should have some resistance. The barrel should go up and back down. Same thing with the way it works on the torpedo. So that's important there. Everything feels good, so I feel like I was able to get this compensator cleaned up a little bit anyways. I don't know, it looks like it's just 3D printed parts, and you know, they never seem to be 100%, so you got to do a little sanding, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. Also picked up this additional Solofish laser with the pick mount on it so that I can mount my red dot optics as well on here. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So all right, I already get aired her up and checked for leaks. Everything's good, and we got a magazine of the 12.7 ball bearings in here, so we'll try it out now. Turn the laser on. And we'll see how it works. Hopefully I don't freaking shoot this chrono. They gave me some extra pots. I don't know if it's just in case you shoot it, but let's hope not. Hopefully it works. I get the angle of the dangler right too. And like I said, I'm going to use this one as well. We'll see what they say. See if they compare. All right, so mag 1, shot 1 with the sniper barrel, 8-inch sniper extension on here. Let's see what we get. All right, 334 feet per second. Okay. Again, that was on the 800 PSI tank, which has only been outputting about 750. So we'll call it 750 PSI. So, not sure. Let's see if I can get back to this one and see what it is. All right, so that one's actually saying 400, I think. I don't know. Actually, I don't even know how to clear this thing yet. I gotta read up on how to clear it out because the when that light was still on, it was causing some crazy readings, and I think they're still stored in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes back around. Actually, that 394. All right, this time I'm just going to shoot through and try to pay attention to what this thing reads. I'm just going to shoot through there for us, and I want to see if I even get a reading on this thing. So, all right, here goes shot 2. Everything still feels good on this barrel. Feel tension on there. So shot 2. Yeah, it does work. 326.3. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera or not from there. 326.3 is what it said. So it is working. So we'll compare that. All right. Let's go. I know you're not supposed to get too close to it, so. All right. Let's try shot number 3, 12.7 millimeter, 8.4 gram steel ball bearings with the 8-inch extension, sniper extension. And let's see what we got. We aiming through this thing? I think so. All right. We'll see what the chrono says, and we'll see what the X-radar says. Shot 3. 322.7 on the new chrono. 324 on the X-radar. So what? 2 feet per second difference between the two. That's probably within the margin of error, I would think. Whatever that may be. Probably plus or minus 2% or something. 1%. 324 is what we got. That was shot 3. Let's try shot number 4. We aim through here. Shot 4. .312 on the new chrono, 312.3, and 314. 314 on the X-radar. All right. I think I have 1 or 2 left in here. All right. I think this is shot 5. There we go. Shot 5. 323.7 on the new chrono and 324 on the X radar. I think that was all 6. I still got one left. You got me. All right. Everything still feels good in here too. Feels nice. So again, this is on 750 HPA, 750 PSI. I'm going to try the 1100 here in the next magazine and see what we get. All right, so I feel pretty confident that these two are within, within whatever the tolerance it would be between the two. Naturally, they're not going to both say the same exact thing. So I'm going to enjoy the fact that I don't have to hold that X radar for a minute, and we'll see what we got. All right, so this should be my last shot here in this magazine. .319.8 feet per second on the new chrono. 319.8. Turn off the laser. Yeah, I got to read up and find out how to clear that out. Like a typical guy. I don't like reading directions. All right, so we got that one. We're going to swap it out for, let's see, we're going to swap it out for this one here. I'm supposed to be able to just do that. That worked pretty good, pretty easy. All right. Actually, before we do that, let me switch the tanks out. All right. They say you can hold 2 in here if you flip them over, but I find it's still kind of loose if you hold 2. And I'm fine with 1 on each side, and just being able to slide them through is fine. So let's let me turn this off, degas, and still recording, right? Yeah. Degas, and we'll pull that bottle. We'll pull this bottle. We'll take the 750 bottle or whatever it wants to be today. I don't know. One day it was 700. Started off as 800. One day it was 700. Then it went up to 750. I don't know. Doesn't seem to know what it wants to be. So, all right. This is very flimsy, so I don't want to trip over that thing. Still got about 1500 psi left in that. I'll pump that baby back up. See, I got about 2500 in here. And I have some water coming into the basement over here, so I gotta watch I don't slip and wipe out. Yeah, we got about 2500 psi on this 1100 output tank. Let's see what we get for 1100. Picked up a new grip for it too. A whole grip thing fits like a glove, I'll tell you that. Fits really good. Let me how do I have that one? Let me go ahead and turn this off. It is off. All right. Let's make sure that that's closed so we don't waste any air. And let's go ahead and put our 1100 psi output tank on here. And take some readings and see what the new barrel, the barrel extension will do for 1100. All right. I think we're fine with that there. All right. Let's see the bolt's back. Let's go ahead and turn the bolt. Energize this. 1100 psi. Got a good sound. You can hear the bolt activate. Move forward. No leaks. Sounds good. All right. Let's put some more, another magazine of these 12.7, 8.4 gram steel bolt bearings. Let's check for the proper tension by manually rotating it. I can see the barrel go up and down, That's why I left this open as well, so I could see that. I think it looks pretty cool that way. Not bad. All right, let's turn the laser on. We know the chrono's working, so I'm just going to go with that from here out, see what we get. And I'll just call them out just in case you can't see them on the video, and then I'll put them in the app and upload the joules during editing. All right, so Mag 2, 1100 PSI HPA, 12.7 millimeter steel ball bearings. Shot 1. (419.8 feet per second). 419.8. Shot 1. That was loud. Let's check the barrel since that was a lot of power. Just make sure nothing's going to come flying apart here. Feel tension on here. I don't even need to rotate this. Just feel a little, just a little wiggle. You can feel the tension. Also, you'll feel it on the trigger too a little bit. All right. I called that one out. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was 419.7, but I called it out. So we'll update it during the editing process here. Mag 2, 1100 PSI, 8.4 gram steel ball bearings. Shot number 2. 391 feet per second. 391 feet per second. Shot number 3. 388.8. 388.8. Shot number 3. Shot number 4. 396.5 feet per second. Shot number 4. Shot number 5. 397.5. 397.5. And I think I got one more left here. Shot number 6. 378.9. 378.9. I think that was all 6. Yeah. All 6. I'll put that empty back in there. All right, so that was pretty good. Pretty good shooting. A couple things I wanted to test out. I wanted to see what it was doing with the 8-inch extension, sniper extension from MCS. I'll put the numbers in the video. We'll see what the difference is from, you know, I imagine there's a power increase. How much? Don't know yet. Felt pretty powerful though. Everything's working fine on here. I got there's no drag on the barrel. So by clamping it this way, which is the way I'd recommend doing it, everything's, you know, like I said, I had to do a little bit of filing down inside here so that there was zero drag on the barrel, but everything looks good. So yeah. All right, that's that. I'll update the video, and thanks for watching. Peace out.